Hello, my dear children. I'm here to tell you two interesting facts about India. Now, India has a train which is the world's first hospital train by the name the Lifeline Express, which is also called as the Jeevan Rekha Express. It is the world's first hospital train taking its services ranging from surgeries to cancer treatment to the remote villages. Also, world's only floating post office, which is in Dal Lake in Srinagar. India is not only known for the most significant number of post offices in the world, but it has its very own floating post office on Dal Lake in Srinagar. Quite an unusual fact about India, isn't it? Alright, children, I will meet you in the next class with two more interesting facts. See you all in the next class, children.
Good morning, children. Welcome back to the class. Good to see you all through this online class. So, today we have another topic on which we are going to discuss a little deeper is the Constitution. Do you know what a Constitution is, children? Yeah, it is this book which contains a set of rules and regulations. Okay, so far we know what a constitution is in these terms, but today we are going to see what a constitution is in little detail. So the constitution is a fundamental law of a country which reflects the fundamental principles on which the government of that country is based. So it is just like a vehicle of a nation's progress. So particularly, it is concerned with institutional fabric and the framework of the distribution of powers between the various organs of the government and between the union and the states. So the concept of constitution first originated in the USA. So generally, all the democratic countries have constitutions that governs them. So a constitution puts down 10 principles that forms a government of any kind of states that we citizens desire to live in. How the Constitution of India was made? The Constitution of India was framed by a constituent assembly set up under the cabinet mission plan. So it is framed by a constituent assembly. In 1946, so the assembly consisted of 389 members representing provinces, which are 292, and states, which are 93, and chief commissioners, provinces, which are 3, and Balochistan 1. The assembly held its first meeting on December 1946. Here, Dr. Sachidananda Sinha was the oldest member elected as a temporary president of the constituent. While the work was in progress, Dr. Sachidananda Sinha died. So then Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the president of the assembly. Similarly, both H.C. Mukherjee and V.T. Krishnamachari were elected as the vice president of the assembly. The assembly met for 11 sessions along with 166 places of meetings. During discussions, 2,473 amendments were presented, and some of them were accepted. The assembly worked through various committees and drafted the constitution was drafted by the drafting committee under the chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He is recognized as the father of Constitution of India. So now you know what a constitution is and how it is framed. And do you know what amendments are? Amendment is a part that is added or a small change that is made to a piece of writing, especially to a writing. When the changes are being included or excluded into the law, and they are called as amendments. The Constitution was finally adopted on November 26, 1949. So it contained a preamble, 22 parts, 395 articles and 8 schedules. The drafted constitution came into force on 26 January 1950, and that day is known as the Republic Day, and it is being observed every year by us. On 26 Jan, we celebrate Republic Day just because of the constitution which came into force. Now, what is preamble? The term preamble refers to the introduction part of the constitution. So even if you take any book, you can see a introductory part or a preface. So that's what a preamble is. So when we talk about the constitution, so the preface of a book talks about the content, what it contains. So here the preamble refers to the introduction of that constitution, what the constitution actually contains. So it contains ideals, objectives, and the basic principles of the constitutions. And it has great value, and it has been described as the key to the constitution. And the preamble to the Indian Constitution is based on the objective resolution which was drafted by Jawaharlal Nehru, and that was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on Jan 22, 1947. So it has been amended once by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976, which added 3 new words which are socialist, secular, and integrity. And this preamble begins with the phrase, "We the people of India." We should know what this preamble begins with. So the preamble begins with the phrase, "We the people of India," and it clearly implies that the constitution denies its authority from the people of India. And thus we can say that the people of India are the source of our constitution. Alright, now liberty, equality, and fraternity were the important slogans used during the French Revolution in 1789, and they are given importance in the preamble of our constitution. In the preamble, you can also see some of the important slogans which were used during French Revolution, and they are liberty, equality, and fraternity. We're just going to see some of the salient features of Indian Constitution. And our Indian Constitution is the lengthiest of all the written constitution of the world, and it has borrowed most of its provisions from the various countries. And this constitution is partly rigid and partly flexible, and it establishes a federal system of government as well. It also establishes parliamentary system, not only in the center but also in the states. And this constitution makes India as a secular state where there is no compulsion of following only a particular religion. People are given freedom to follow their own religion. So it also provides independent nations. And this constitution introduces universal adult franchise, which means people who have attained 18 years of age have the right to vote without any discrimination. It also provides single citizenship, and this makes special provisions for minorities, scheduled castes, and also to the scheduled tribes. So in today's class we have seen about the constitution, what a constitution is, and the introductory part of constitution, and not only that, how this constitution was drafted and by whom. And apart from this, we also saw what a preamble is and the salient features of our Indian Constitution. So with this, our lesson gets over, children. I will meet you all in the next class, children. See you all again. Until then, take care. Bye bye.